So hello, so this is actually the continuation of our data management, particularly organizing or rather particularly using graphs and charts. So as mentioned in our previous videos, I'm teacher Melay. Okay, so now we are going to consider our variable age, and our objective is to come up with appropriate chart for this. So as I mentioned in the previous video, what matters is that we know that the variable now, we are sure that our variable is a ratio. So we are also sure that the appropriate for our variable is histogram and polygon. So you were asked in the previous video to come up with bin. So this is the bin range, 19 to 25. So make sure that you also have the label here, and then the label here. It is because we considered or we check the label in the data analysis. So again, the procedure, click data, data analysis, histogram, and okay. So I repeat, data, data analysis, locate histogram, and click OK. So let's click OK. So we have to select the data and also to select our bin range. So where is our bin? So this is our bin. Let's just remove the entry here and bin. So we have to select age because we check labels here. And do not forget to click chart output and click OK. So we have here now our histogram. This is our histogram. So what we are going to do is to transfer this in Microsoft Word. So we're going to do histogram and polygon for our first data for you to see how to construct both polygon and histogram. So last time you are also asked to come up with frequency count and percent, but now we are going to consider charts. So for the charts, we have figure 1. So figure 1 is histogram of the age of the respondents. But, so if we're going to look at our histogram, this is actually bar chart because in histogram, our bar, rather our bars are not separated. So there's no space in between bars. So what we're going to do is to remove this. So how will we remove the gap? So click your bars. So let's see how we're going to remove it. Format data series. Click the bars, right click, format data series, and let's remove the gap here. We have the gap width, remove it. And then you can also change the colors. So fill, you can change it to another color if you want. So we have other colors here, like for example, if I prefer to use red, and then you can also place borders, solid line, and that's it. So this is our bar chart. So it's up to you if you want to make some changes in your histogram. But for histogram, as mentioned, there should no be spaces in between the bars. So this is our histogram. So what we're going to do is to copy this, or what I'll do is to snipe it. So I'll use a sniping tool, or simply copy and paste. So you can also do that. So it's up to you if you're going to include the frequency, but anyway, so you can just include this and copy and paste it here. So when we are constructing histogram, it is, or any chart, the title is placed below the chart. Okay, next. Or let us also remove the word chart here. Anyway, it is already very obvious, or it's actually duplication of the title because we already placed histogram. So we can crop it. And we can make this bigger in size. Okay, figure 2. Let us also construct the frequency polygon of the age of the respondent. So how to do that? So let's go back to our chart. Using the same chart, you can click the burst. And again, we are going to change, or rather to insert, add trend line. So I repeat the procedure. Right click, add trend line, and mhm. So this is not the this is not the line. So let's go back to change chart series and click line. This one. So let's go back. So disregard the first procedure. Right click, click bars, right click, change series chart type, click line, and click OK. So this is now the frequency polygon. So it's up to you again if you want to remove that and remove the title. So let's snipe this again, or copy and paste it in separate, or in Microsoft Word. So this is the frequency polygon. So copy and paste. So this will be the figure 2. It is a polygon of the age of the respondents. Okay, so these are the appropriate chart for our variable age, because age is a ratio, or it is a numerical variable. Now let's go back to our data set. So how about our variables, sex, relationship status, year level, and all other variables here? So what we are going to use, so let's use sex, the variable nominal. So as I mentioned, it is very important to place the range. The range is 1, 2. And we know that 1 corresponds to male and 2 corresponds to female. So how to construct now? So what you need to do is, again, to go to data. So let's go to data, data analysis, histogram, click OK. So we are going to change our input. So now let us replace this with sex. For the bin range, let's click the bin range for sex. 1 and 2 are the numbers used, or the codes used. So make sure that there is a check mark for chart output and click OK. So this is now our variable. So we can change one here and replace this to male and replace number 2 to female. So what we change here is the value of male and the value of female, or rather we recode it to the original variables or categories of the variables, so male and female. So if you notice, when I change this, our names here were also replaced. So what we are going to do now is edit our table, or our chart. So let's change the color. So there is no need to remove the space because this is bar chart. Bar chart looks like histogram, or vice versa. Histogram looks like bar chart. But the only difference is that for bar chart, there's no space. For bar chart, there is a space in between. For histogram, there's no space in between the bars. And for bar chart, you can interchange female and male. Unlike for histogram, we cannot interchange the numbers. So it is really from the lowest number, because this is Cartesian plane, from the lowest to the highest number. So that's how it differs. Okay, now let us just edit our chart by changing some colors. So let's change the color. So if you notice, if I click the bar here, so this is the only one selected. So you can also choose here if you want. There is also a ready tables, or rather ready bars, that you, if you wish to follow the format, so you can also do that. Or if you want, you can edit it on your own. You can change color, like for instance, if I'll check this border, I'll place a fill, solid fill, and then make this color a different color, like for example blue. Oops. And then blue for male, and then I'll replace the second one to, so can we change just one color? So let's, ayan, this one. So we have red and orange. So we can change the colors of our bars. And then we can actually remove this, or rather copy it. So we snipe it again. And also you can remove more, because our focus, or our variable or categories, is only male and female. So let's copy it again. So I'm using a sniping tool. So copy and paste it here. So this will be parts of variable 6. So letter B. And let's make this letter A. Charts for variable age. So this will be our figure number 3. So similar to the first one, Let's also place the title.